Girl, I don't want to be strong all the time.
Yeah, I know.
I want to let him.
want to be soft.
Yes,
Like
I
a
want to be
pillow.
feminine. There
Like a
is
throw
a
pillow.
divine feminine and a divine masculine for a reason, and we are in this together. And
that.
I am here to uplift you, move you forward, and so that you can lead us into the right direction. I'm here to like build you up, but it's hard to find a divine masculine these days. So they've put us. I feel like they've put us in a place to be more masculine.
So, okay. Are you ready to start?
I'm
'Cause
definitely
I'm
ready to
excited
start.
about this episode. I have a lot of
Me
stuff
too.
in store. You have a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
You have a secret
I'm
question
gonna get you this
that you're
time
gonna
because
ask
you got me
I
last
can't
time with
wait.
these freaking. I was like, whoa, dying.
No, and so like, yeah, I'm ready for your question. I told you don't tell me what it is because I want to like give you a genuine
Yeah.
response on camera.
I know. I think that the more I overthink it, the more I'm like, is that really a good question? But whatever.
Oh,
we're gonna
okay.
go
That's
with it.
even better. Now I want you to ask me. Okay, so I
Okay.
want to start by, I want to do the peak and pit of our week.
Okay.
Now, for those of you watching, yes, I'm stealing this from the Kardashians, okay? I'm going to give them the credit for it. But they usually do, like for every family vacation, they have at their last dinner, they do a peak and pit of the trip.
Okay.
So they each go around the table and everybody says what their peak was, being their,
The happiest moment.
right, the best moment, and the pit being the worst moment.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you, Tati, what was the peak and pit of your week?
All right. So I gotta say the pit. Oh my God. Why do I go straight to the pit?
It's okay.
The pit is.
Save the best. You save the best for last.
There you go.
That's what it is.
I like your thinking. The pit for me was on Sunday of last weekend. Was it Saturday? I don't know. Last weekend, I went to my garage and I was like, something smells weird in here. It smells like I think it's a transformer, like blue or something, but I didn't know what it was. And my brother-in-law, all of us are like looking around the house to figure out what it was. And we're like, oh, it's nothing. And then when I went to go take a
it's
shower, I had no hot water. I was like, damn it. So dealt with the cold water, and then I called a water heater guy.
The water. I
He
think
was an
that's
electrician, but he also works with water heaters. And he was like, yeah, I could go fix it based off what I told him it was, which was the transformer blue. Yeah, I could fix it. It'll be like $185. I'm like, okay, that's not bad. That's not terrible, right? I was
Right.
thinking way worse. And then I ended up spending a lot more because it wasn't just the transformer. It was that the water heater was way too old. So I had to buy a whole new water heater. Then also
was
pay
it
for
both?
the installation.
Was it the water heater and the transformer?
The transformer was within the water heater. I don't know if the transformer is with the actual word for it, but we're gonna
Yeah,
go with
I
it.
don't know how that works either. Roner's probably looking at us like these
He's like,
freaking girls, bro.
Is it a transformer? Is it a fuse? It's a very distinct smell. That's why I want to say transformer. But he said he couldn't just fix that because then at some point if he fixed that, then it was all gonna blow and I'd have water everywhere. He said you're lucky that the breaker switched and you didn't have water everywhere. So I ended up having to buy a whole new water tank and then also pay for the installation of the water tank. And that was a way bigger purchase than I
That's
expected.
definitely
it
a
to be.
pit.
Yeah, that was a pit. But I got hot water again, so I would like to say that was a peak.
Yeah.
But
The
no,
joys
but
of being a homeowner, everyone.
so recommend it. And then my peak was, I guess there's two, and they're small peaks, but not everything has to be a big deal. My kids in jiu-jitsu, they got another star, which last weekend they got a
that's
green stripe, meaning they're
fun.
about to go up in belt. This weekend they got a star, so they were pretty proud of that. And then also at the gym, I went up in weight
Ooh, okay,
on
girl.
my workouts, so that was also good.
Get those
too.
muscles.
I might have felt like I died a little bit, but I got
I
through
died
it.
a little bit.
Shaved a few years off my life, but
That's good though. It's always good when the kids accomplish something.
yeah, it is.
exciting.
I agree. Us too.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, so my peak and pit, I guess I'll start with the pit too, since you did, Negative Nancy's over
We're
here.
setting the tone here.
Yeah, but my pit was, I got in the mail a $90 ticket for parking in a parking lot. The last podcast that we went to, we were at a podcast and we went out after.
That
and
was
we,
fun.
It was a good time.
At least you paid for the fun.
Yeah, oh, damn, for all of us. So we parked in this parking lot in Wynwood. It was like, you know, those little parking lots that are fenced out, and then they have like an entrance, and usually there's like a guy taking money or there's a pay to park. There was neither.
Yeah.
But there was like cars parked, organized, and like, you know,
it
so
seems legit. Like,
it seemed legit. So like, but I should have known that wasn't.
It's too good to be true.
Exactly. I should have known, but I parked. Okay, nobody here taking money. Let's go get drunk.
And that sucks because it came in the mail. Like,
it came in the mail.
How dare they? They could just give it to you right there.
It's like this new generation. I get tickets in the mail all the time.
I've never gotten a ticket in the mail.
Yeah, because there's cameras like on a lot of these like lights, street lights. If
I
you're
guess they just
speeding
sound
or
too
if you're
quick for
like
them.
going a little too fast in a school zone.
Well, that one they're gonna get you for.
You'll get it in the mail. So that was my pit, was the 90. And then I had another pit. I know we're only saying one, but I'm going to say my other pit was editing our last podcast. The whole thing just deleted.
Yeah.
It just deleted. I was almost done. And I don't know what happened with my computer, and I had to start from scratch.
Yeah. I know. You wanted to cry with that one.
Yeah, that was rough. But then my peak would be that we posted our third episode.
That was good. That was
That
fun.
was my
I was
peak. We
excited
actually
for
got
that
it
one.
done. We said, we promoted it was going to drop that week.
I know. And
it
when
was
you told me that, you were like, oh, it might not come out. I was like, oh, no. We already said it was.
We said it everywhere.
But I
on
didn't want to, like,
platforms.
pressure you because,
And I was like, it was Saturday, and we got it. We got it in the week, so we got it Saturday.
You're not wrong.
And then my other peak, this is probably really bad to say, but my kids were supposed to have another basketball tournament this weekend. They have one every weekend where I have to wake up at 6 a.m. on a Saturday, on a Sunday, and be at a basketball gym for like 8 hours. And it got canceled. I was like, yes, I get to do laundry this weekend. Yes!
Actually folded, too. I'm not going to lie.
Right, I get to fold it and put it away this time.
I hate laundry. Especially when you have so many kids because it's like,
Yeah.
it's a lot of clothes.
Yeah,
I don't even know if my
sometimes
clothes
those clothes
in
they
there.
just live in that laundry basket, and that is where we get
Well,
it
where's
from.
the clean clothes? It's in the basket.
You
Go
know,
look.
don't judge. I know you guys do it too. I know we're not the only ones. Ronar, I know you do it too. I know.
Ronar only has his own laundry. Oh, you do? Oh. The joys of adulthood.
Memorial Day weekend, y'all are out on boats and yachts, and we out here in a
Folding
podcast
laundry.
talking about how we got laundry to do after this episode.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not going to do it, though.
I probably won't do it either.
I'll
but
do it
tomorrow,
tomorrow,
I
maybe.
might do it tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Tomorrow. That's a tomorrow problem,
Yeah.
if that. I mean, at least I know that my kids have their uniforms for school.
That's always the must. That's always the must. Like, if there's anything, give me the laundry basket, and I just start to fish out the uniforms
Lay that out so it's not wrinkled.
and put right. And that's the only thing that'll have to get washed. But everything else can wait. I don't care.
Yeah,
Okay, so next thing, I want you to ask me the question.
All right, well, my first question, seeing as we cannot get here on time.
What did I do?
I'm not gonna say. Would you rather, if you had I don't even think this is a good question. I think I'm just calling you out here. But if you had to pick for the rest of your life,
Oh, God.
would you rather be 30 minutes early or 15 minutes late to everything you were going to?
Well, I've already been 15 minutes and plus late to everything, so
I've already experienced that part.
I mean, being 30 minutes early to everything I would definitely go with that one because A, it's not frowned upon, and B, it reduces stress, anxiety, chances of crashing on the way. Yeah, I would definitely go with the 30 minutes.
That was a pretty simple question. I think I would go with the 30 minutes too, but there's also those people that are like fashionably late, but not like when
Yeah.
you're paying for the time.
Or they just don't want to wait 30 minutes to have to go into
Too
whatever
good for
they're
this.
doing. You know how much I can get done on my phone in 30 minutes? I could just sit in the car for 30 minutes and emails, pay bills. I could do so much.
Oh God, the powers of our phone. It's
Yeah.
kind of toxic though, because what if we didn't have our phones? I feel like I want to say that I can appreciate this goes off topic because this is not the question I was going to ask you, but I can appreciate our generation so much now that you say the phone thing, because I'm going to be straight up with you. I am about to be 37 in July, and I'm not
she
even
said her
ashamed
age. I
of it.
love
I'm
it.
not ashamed of my age. Why? Because
No, 37 is a great age. We're like at our
shut
peak.
up, you're not even that much older than me.
Yeah.
But I feel like
there's no longer a 3 in my age anymore.
I feel like we grew up in an era where like we were still going outside. Like it was like such a good time. Like we got introduced to the internet, but we weren't addicted to the internet. We still went outside. We still made those like real wholesome childhood memories.
We really did.
I like snuck into Discovery
authentic.
Zone, even though I had the money to pay for it. But like we snuck in.
Rona, do you know what Discovery Zone is?
No.
How about Chuck E. Cheese? You know Chuck E. Cheese, right?
Duh.
But you don't know about
Discovery Zone doesn't even exist
Discovery Zone was
anymore.
like Chuck E. Cheese on steroids.
It was the best.
I feel like it was better.
I could have died in that place several times, but it was great. Best times of my life. But yeah, I snuck into there. You know, these are like my core memories. It was great. It was great. And this was all before phones. And then, and you know, phones are great. I'm not going to say they're not, but they do take us away from, you know, making those real connection and memories. And
right. No, absolutely. Our kids, I mean, luckily my kids, they're really active. So they really love to go outside. They play the video games all day too, but they beg me to go outside.
Yeah.
But not all kids are like that these days. A lot of them just want to be playing the games inside.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were just talking about this the other day. We're millennials. And so I feel like we are like this unique generation. What was it that I read the other day? We are the last of the old and the first of the new.
Yeah, we're so cool.
So we were like, at least I know I was like in 5th, 4th grade when we started learning how to use IBM computers. You know, like computers, like the big TV looking
with like
computers.
the back, the like stylish ones had like the different color back.
Yeah.
But it was like transparent.
Yeah.
And you could
And
see
they were so cool, right?
Yeah. And that, you know, that AOL sound, that dial-up tone still rings in my ear. Like,
Yeah, we experienced AOL Messenger, AIM,
yeah,
right?
that's what it
Age,
was.
sex, location, ASL.
What was
That
your
was like the
first-
dating
yeah.
app of back then.
and then my sister used to take over, so I had to like live through her.
Me too.
But-
Me and my brother would fight over the computer all the time because you know it was one computer in the house. That was the only internet you had.
No.
But I remember seeing the evolution of social media because I remember it starting first from
MySpace. Wasn't it MySpace?
No, not even. For me personally, it was what do you call it? The high school message boards. Do you remember the high school message boards?
I wasn't cool whenever that
There was these message. They started in my senior year of high school back in 2003. Do the math if you want. But so they were like these high school message boards where you could go on there anonymously and like talk shit about people. But then they would also have like who should win prom queen, who's the best all around, who's the funniest, the class clown. All of that would be voted on in there. And they would talk mad crap too. They would say things about like who was the biggest hoe, like so much. But that was the beginning.
Jesus.
I was never talked about. I think they
Savage.
nominated me one time for like, I don't know, like class clown or something. Who knows?
Well, I can see that.
But it went from that to I remember Facebook was really the first one. But Facebook
No,
began.
I feel like MySpace was before
I thought
Facebook.
MySpace was the first one that we used because Facebook, when Facebook first came out, it was really for college students only.
Yeah.
You had to be like a college student, so
Oh,
that's
yeah,
why
yeah.
like none of us were in college at the time, I guess. So MySpace, actually, if you look it up, MySpace came out, I believe, after. I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive Facebook was first, then came MySpace, and then everything else after.
For me, what I remember was that again, maybe because what you say, like it was a college board thing, but I had MySpace first, and then I was frustrated when Facebook came out because I didn't understand how to work it. I was like, "This is too complicated." I'd rather stick.
The thing was, it wasn't that it came out; it was that it expanded from college students to just everybody. Because I think it was because MySpace came out and gave them competition, just the same way like when we had Instagram first and was only pictures, and then Vine came out with videos, and then Instagram had to step it up. It was kind of like the same thing. So then,
do you remember like putting like music and like backgrounds on your mic, and then like your top 8, and then people would get mad at you because like, how dare you? How dare
I used to have to rotate them because everybody was always getting mad. Like, why is she your number one? I thought I was your number one. You sleep over my house the most.
Yeah, no.
But then I got a boyfriend, so I'm like, listen, he's got to be number one. Y'all fight for number 2.
Yeah, no, good times. And then like burning CDs.
Oh my god, yeah. What was it?
Live
You had
no.
LimeWire and Napster. Do you remember Napster?
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all kids don't know about burning them CDs.
They're gonna be googling what is Napster.
You had to download all the songs and then put the CD, and then sometimes if it was a
Do you know Napster? Oh Jesus, we still love you.
You know about
Okay.
burning CDs.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was
Did you make a
Napster and
mixtape for your
LimeWire.
girlfriend in high school?
No, I didn't get to do that. It was all for me.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
mix or sell it.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, a lot of people would do that though.
We're
Back
gonna
in
have to
high
get you a
school.
mic for like my random questions that we
Because
ask
not
you.
everybody had that. I think you needed to, I think you could just do it on a computer, but I don't know if you had to pay for LimeWire or what it was, but like I remember kids would give like other kids like a list of songs they wanted and they would burn them the CDs for them. And you
Yeah.
would buy the pack of CDs at Best Buy that came in like the little donut looking thing.
Yeah, I remember.
But then if like one CD was scratched, it would ruin your
the
whole thing.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, so like, yo, we grew into all of that. And now
This is everything.
this is what we have.
Yeah.
This
It's
thing.
one little device.
Everything grew
For
into
all,
this.
No more Walkmans. The nostalgia.
remember
the
the,
nostalgia. You remember you
thi-
remember going to
this-
Blockbuster?
With this actually, yeah, Blockbuster, the movie.
That was the it.
Now it's like
place to be on a
Washington
Friday
Mutuals
night.
or something. I know I used to love going to Blockbuster, but the iPhone started with, what were those little things that had
iPods.
music? The iPods, right? That's what they were called.
It's an iPod, right?
They were like little like this, and all you could do is download music on
Yeah.
them, and you would connect them to your
MP3s,
headphones,
yeah.
and you would listen MP3s. Is that what you said?
MP3s was like
Right, right.
what the actual
music.
download of the song was, I think. But
Yeah, I don't know about
Yeah.
any of that stuff, but yeah, that was crazy. And you
Good
had the
old
little
times.
ones, you had like the bigger
and then they started
ones.
getting bigger, and then they got too big, and everybody's like, I want a small one, and then they came out with like a tiny one.
And then somehow that turned into the phone.
Yeah.
That like,
iTouch.
yeah,
I don't even.
I think.
Oh
so.
yeah, it started with the touch screen because before it wasn't touch screen; it was like that little circle.
And it was Apple's first like little device thing
yeah.
that they started to. And then do you remember the sidekicks and the Blackberries?
Oh yeah, they went. Flip.
What did you have? Did you have a sidekick or Blackberry?
I didn't have. I had the little Nokia where you could play
Yeah.
Snake. That was my favorite.
I
game.
used to, yeah, I had a Nokia. I had the flip phone. So that's another thing.
I ended up
were-
getting a Motorola flip phone.
We were a part of the flip
little
phone
flat one.
generation. Like we know what it's like to. Flip
It was
a
the
phone.
coolest thing ever too, though. At the
They
time,
all
I
had
had a flip phone.
Yeah, they all had like
When I
different
upgraded
sounds.
from that little Nokia to the, yeah, that was
to a
good.
flip. If you had a flip phone, you were cool.
Yeah. I didn't get a cell phone till pretty late in the game, though.
Yeah.
Too. I remember the day that my mom gave me the cell phone because we had beepers.
That's right. That was my next thing. Like before the cell phone was, we had beepers, Ronar. You don't know about beepers. I don't even have to ask you.
143.
You could only text codes. It was
Yeah.
like 823-123.
What the heck was 823?
823 was thinking of you. 123 was I missed you.
Yes.
143 was I love you.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about 69. We all know what that is. 43 was F you.
I don't know, but there
there
was
was
too
a lot
many
of 'em.
codes. There was a lot of codes. But so when I went from beeper to phone, my mom was in her. My sister had already had a phone, and I was in high school already. I think I was in 10th grade, and my mom wanted to surprise me with the phone. So her surprise was she was in her room, I was in mine, and I just kept hearing like a ringing tone. It was the Nokia, and I don't know why in my head I'm hearing Kim Possible, but I know that that's not the Nokia sound. I'm hearing doo, 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 but that's not the Nokia sound. But you know what I'm talking about.
But yeah.
Is that Jurassic Park? That's Nokia, right?
That's in Jurassic Park when the phone
That
goes
is in
off,
Jurassic
right?
Park,
Oh my
but
God,
that's the
crazy.
ringtone that was ringing, and I'm like, what the hell is that sound? And then it just kept going off, and then I looked at my
We're
bed.
like
and it was-
dinosaurs, Tati.
I looked in my covers. Oh, I looked in the covers, and then I had a little blue Nokia, and it was like the light blue one, transparent, because that was the cool thing. And it was just like it was.
I gotta
the
ask you,
best day ever. And Snake was my
Yeah,
even
Snake
to
is the
this day,
best.
nothing
Yeah.
beats Snake.
Well,
Nothing.
I mean,
I don't know. To me,
Snake
that
is
was
good.
like the best game ever.
you call it Nokia though.
What is it, Nokia?
I would say
Nokia?
Nokia. Yeah, Nokia.
I think Nokia.
What do you think? What is
Nokia,
right?
because you're Spanish. I'm Spanish.
Oh,
too,
you're
but
not.
I'm Latina, but I don't
But
say.
wait, you're Cuban?
Yes,
Oh,
I'm
it must be-
Colombian.
it
I'm
must be-
Hispanic,
it
but
must be a Cuban
I
thing
don't know.
then.
I say
I don't know.
Nokia.
Cubans say Nokia.
If I was Asian, I feel like they would be like Nokia.
Stupid.
I love Asians. Don't. We can cut
was
that part out.
No, that was funny.
But yeah, so that went on a whole tangent there. But okay, the next
That was yeah. We were evolution. Like we've seen this stuff like turn into what it is.
now I feel like it's just gone too extreme, and everybody just
yeah.
lives
Now we have
through it.
AI robots performing surgery on us.
Check out episode 3, guys. Yeah, now I feel like it's just too, especially for our youth.
Now
I
it's an
feel like
addiction. That's the
yes.
thing. Now this one device, like before we, the Nokias and the phones and the sidekicks, like
They only gave you so much to do with it.
which was really like texting and stuff. I had a BlackBerry.
Texting
I
after
never had
9
the
and call me
Sidekick.
after 9 because I got minutes.
Oh my God, yeah, you remember that?
Now it's unlimited everything. Before it was like, call me after 9, baby. I don't even know why I did that because I didn't even have a boyfriend through high school.
No, but we had those phones all the way
it was,
through. Like
it was like,
I
call
had
me
a-
after 9 because if not, I got to pay for these minutes and my
Yeah.
parents are gonna be like,
no,
what the
yeah. No, and that's another thing. Like I remember having the landlines.
Yeah.
Like we used to like, and then I remember you would have the landlines, and like if you were on the phone with a boy or something,
And somebody
you
else
could
would
hear
answer.
if somebody else picked up another phone in the house. or
Ashley!
something. Yeah. Oye, cuelga el teléfono que te tienes que bañar y ir a dormir. I'm like, oh my God, how embarrassing.
Yeah.
She would tell us to like, hang up the phone and go to
Cuelga el
sleep because
teléfono,
you
coño.
gotta, right. And it was
No,
so
if you were really
embarrassing.
cool, then you
It
had
was
like the separate landline. Like if your parents were like cool like that, they got you your own little landline.
Oh no, I never got that privilege.
I didn't either, but I know that people did have that. Like,
Really?
yeah, I used to hang out with like not hang out. I used to go around because I lived in an apartment building, so I would go like when we got the portable phones, and because before it was like the cord. You're walking around.
I know, connected guys. That's how old we are.
But then we got the portable phones, and I felt so cool because I
Just
would
walk around
like
the house with the little thing you put up.
no, but mine went pretty far. Like I lived on the 4th floor, and I had, growing up in an apartment, you make like a community with those people, and I have a
Right.
lot of friends that I grew up with, and we'd like manhunt and stuff outside. And so the ones in my building, I would go around with like my phone, my like clipped to my pocket, like I was super
Oh
cool,
my
and
God.
it would still ring, like it would work. And I'm like, "Hi, you see, I'm not stuck to the wall anymore."
Oh my God, we're old. We really are ancient. It's
It's
wild.
all right. I love it. I love that for us. I'm
Yeah, but I
I'm
do.
very happy to be from the generation. that
So
we're
am
from.
I, because we're authentic. We know two parts of the world.
yeah.
Like I forgot this podcast, the same one that we were on the other day. They had an episode with this girl, who she's like 26, I think. She was like the guest, and one of the hosts asks her, "Okay, so how did you manage something pre-social media?" She looked at him. She's like,
What?
"I'm not pre-social media old." And he was like, "Oh dang!" So like for real,
I'm like
it's-
pre social media.
yeah, so
old.
it's like this generation that doesn't. That's like they hear about it.
They do. Like Stranger Things, I think everybody thought everything was super cool from the back in the day because they saw Stranger Things and they're
Yeah.
like, oh, I know about this stuff. No, you don't.
Yeah, right, exactly.
My kid being one of them. I will say though, I love that my kids are a little bit well versed in like I have friends that are younger than me through work and stuff, and they don't know music from certain time era. Like
Yeah.
we'll be dancing in the car, not dancing dancing in the car, and I'm jamming out, and then my friends just like, I don't know this song, but my kids are jamming out, and I love that for them because they like, one of my kids, my youngest, one of his favorite songs is, I wonder if you know this or you know this.
I hope I do.
Oh shit, I'm a scat man. You don't know the song. Okay, well the scat man. Fun fact about the scat man.
Do you remember I'm blue, da boo dee da boo da?
Fun fact about the scat man. That was, we have like summer trips every year with our friends from high school, everybody.
Yeah.
And that was the summer song for that year. So my kids fell in love with the song. And Nolan,
course,
he
yeah.
loves to dance all the time. So he like went for it. But the more I listened to that song, I didn't hear it when I was younger because you don't pay attention to the lyrics. The
God,
more I
what does it
listened
say?
to it, this man was just a man with a stutter. Like I think that was like his one song, like one hit. And he sang it in the song. He's like, everybody stutters one way or another. And he made
Oh
a
my
whole
God.
song based on, you got to listen to the Scat Man. It's a really good song. But it was just him basically promoting his stutter.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know
That
There's like so many songs like that though. We sing it and we have no idea what we're saying.
is true.
And then years later, it comes out on social media. By the way, this song you've been
I'm
singing
going to
for
call out
years?
this generation for taking all of our beats and all of our songs because I'm noticing recently they're taking like all the beats from when we were kids.
Well, yeah, like a lot.
That,
I mean, but we've
that
always
30
done
for 30
that.
song, that was That was that booty song from when we were kids.
I feel like that music has always done that though.
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
know,
music has
but-
always taken old, because even like
Yeah.
Tupac, Biggie, and like artists like that have always taken like old school beats and
Stop taking my
remade them.
shit, bro. That's songs from my youth.
It's called sampling.
It's
There we
called
go.
sampling.
There we
Whatever.
go.
Songs
Us
from my youth.
uneducated
You know,
musicians.
that
over
was
here.
juvenile.
Yeah, I know what song you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Slow motion filming.
Yeah.
That was,
There's
you
a
know, like
lot.
the best song when you're in middle school, like
a lot.
grinding up on somebody, and now it's like, I'm 30
Yeah,
for 30.
but that's always been a thing. I feel like that'll always be a thing. But you know what? TikTok, though, has done something that I like. They, you know how they have all the dance trends and all of that stuff?
Yeah.
So, like, I'll catch my boys singing songs sometimes, and I'm like, that ain't from your era. That's from mine. Where did you learn
Hold
all
on,
the words
hold
of that
on.
song?
And then you start
it's
battling.
from TikTok. TikTok remakes a lot of these old school songs, and I like it because
I think it is
The
cool.
kids think it's new. They're like, no, mom, it's a new song. I'm like, that
And
is
you're like, wait,
not a new song.
let me show you something.
I'm like,
real
that
quick.
is not a new
I
song.
actually saw a reel of that like that exact thing that you're saying. The younger one plays it, then the dad plays it, but then the dad of the dad plays his version from like back
That's what
in
I'm
the
telling
day.
you. The sampling.
Yeah.
Now that I know that word, I'm gonna just use it. The
Well,
sampling
yeah.
is a forever thing.
Sound like we
It'll
know what we're
always-
talking about.
yeah, I didn't up until Ronar just told me 2 minutes ago.
Ronar.
I like to call him Ronar.
I like Ronar.
Which one do you prefer?
Ronar sounds cool
You're
because
about
it
to
sounds
be
like
a part
Viking,
of this
right?
podcast now.
It sounds Viking, and I love Vikings, but he was very specific when we first came here to say Ronar.
You told me Ronar though. You told me Ronar. You may have told me
I feel like I
Ronar.
remember the rolling of the R.
I like Ronar though because I told you the story when I was a kid. My dad had nicknames for me and my brother. Mine was Berries. I don't know why. Oh, because I used to love strawberry shortcake. So he called me
okay.
Berries. And I don't know why, but he used to call my brother Monar. I don't know what that means, if it has a definition. So when I heard him, I'm like,
neither.
okay, Ronar, Monar. That's how I'm always
can
going to remember
remember
him.
it.
So I'm always going to call him Ronar.
Okay, well, I love the show Vikings, and it reminds me of Ragnar, who I absolutely loved. But I don't know. I feel like I remember you like rolling the R when.
Well,
I first
listen, he's
met
a nice
you,
guy.
so-
He doesn't care what we call him. So, okay, I want you to ask me the
Wait,
question.
I'm gonna ask. Okay, the question.
Go
Damn,
ahead.
We're pretty far in.
None of that was
That
even a
went
part.
way
None
off.
of that was even a part of our like episode, but that was fun. That's
Okay,
cool.
so this question came from a friend of mine, and I was kind of stuck on it, and I still don't think I know how to answer the question because
Do you know how to ask it? Because that's all
I
we
know
need.
how to ask it.
Let's just go with it.
Okay, so think of like the love of your life. Like the love of this man does everything for you. He's respectful of you. He provides. He does all the things. Everything he checks all the boxes.
Okay.
You guys have been in a good relationship.
Okay.
And then he says, I would like for us to explore a polyamorous relationship. Polygamous? Polyamorous? Blah, blah, blah.
That's what I
Would
think
you
about that.
rather leave the love of your life or try to figure that out?
That is a really good question.
It's hard.
That's an amazing question, and I'm happy you asked it because that's a tough one to answer.
It is. There's
Because
so many side questions that go with it.
I'm in a relationship now where I'm madly in love. So if I wasn't, I think I would probably answer this question differently, where I would probably be like, absolutely not. No. Go find your 2 girlfriends. Goodbye. It's been nice. See you later. I'll find someone else to pay all the bills. But that's easier said than done when you actually are in love with someone and they bring that to your table. But
And it's more than just bills. Like all the other boxes
no,
are checked too. He
yeah,
takes
yeah,
care
everything,
of you. He
everything.
loves
In
you,
my
like-
mind, I'm right. It's everything. So I would be willing to have the conversation about it and kind of pick his brain to see why it is that he wants this. But ultimately, I do not think that I could do that. So as sad as it is, if it's something he really, really wants and there's nothing else that like we can't just do like a threesome real quick for a night, you know, I can do that maybe. But
This is essentially like she's living with you guys.
Yeah, I know it.
You're
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
her girlfriend too.
I have to
like-
share him with you now.
But you're
Like,
also being shared because it would
She would be my girlfriend, too.
It's like a throuple basically.
yeah.
And no,
No.
not a thing. That is a tough question because I also asked when this was asked to me. I was like, same thing as you. Like I would wanna like have the conversation, and I also was like threesomes. You know, you can't just
You're right.
maybe. We got to bring a whole other person in the mix. But my other question was, okay, get ourselves or like you out of the picture, is it something, because you can present it to your girlfriend and it's cool because you're the one benefiting from it and her essentially if she agrees to it, right? But if you have a daughter, would you be okay with your daughter accepting that?
Like
With your daughter accepting somebody telling them,
that's being.
I want to be in a poly, like, would you be okay with your daughter being in a poly relationship? And it wasn't the same.
You wouldn't want your daughter to be in that.
No, I think that that's something you have to be aware of because essentially this is what you're modeling to them. So you're going to show them that it's okay. So then if you're not okay with them eventually growing up and saying, I want to do this too, then I don't think that you should be accepting of it on your.
Yeah, no, I agree. I feel like you look at your daughter and you want your daughter to be cherished and to be the queen. There can only be one queen.
Yeah.
There isn't two queens unless homegirl's like okay with being the Dutch or the princess or you know. But there can only be one queen. Yeah. And I feel like like you don't want that for your child. And I don't want that for myself either. I feel like there's such a beauty in a two people relationship. There's a sacredness and there's that
respect, that empire,
cherishing,
that legacy you're building.
Right. Once you bring someone else in, you're now sharing. All three of you are sharing, but it's like that one thing that, okay, only I know what he looks like naked. Only I know what he's like in bed. Only I know his little like quirks and like I know him so distinctively in a way that no other woman does. I cherish that. To me, that's so precious.
Yeah.
And sacred. And to now have to like, oh, another girl's like, oh yeah, I know when he does that. That means like, oh, shut up.
You just came in the picture, bitch.
Right. I would never be able to no. That would take away a lot of the sacredness of the relationship, a lot of the intimacy, a lot of the value of the two people partnership.
That would be really tough. And actually it would even be like essentially the guy could kind of set himself up too for failure in that one because
now you gotta take us both shopping. You gotta get us both our nails done, our hair done. Like I hope your budget is.
And I have heard like of a time where somebody did this, they introduced this, the wife was accepting of it, and then the wife and the new wife ended up leaving the husband and they were together. Ain't that a bitch, right? Like,
you know someone personally?
I don't know them personally. I heard the story based off of the question that was asked.
That'll happen too.
Yeah.
The girls probably like pleasure themselves.
You know what? We figured this out on our own. We're good. Bye.
You. And it was the man who brought it to the table. Guys,
shot himself in the
Be careful what you wish for, men. But that was a really good question. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else, because we got a list of stuff here.
All right, give it to me.
Okay, so something I do want to talk about is why do you feel it is so difficult for people to take accountability? And if you have like different explanations for the reason why men have a hard time taking accountability and why women, because I feel like women will be the first ones to say, oh, men don't take accountability. But then on the other side, you have men saying, well, women never take accountability. So we both say it about each other.
Everybody's really quick to point the finger.
I feel like humans have a hard time. Like, let's be honest, guys and girls. Like, it's not one sex or the other. Humans have a hard time taking accountability when they're wrong. Why do you feel that is?
Because nobody wants to be wrong.
Okay.
Everybody wants to think that their perspective is right. What they felt in that moment is right. So it's easy to like point the finger at somebody and say, no, this is what you made me feel in the moment. And I don't think that was cool. And so, but to be able to say, oh, I think that maybe I did that a little bit wrong. And I could hear where you felt in that, or like, I'm sorry that I made you feel this way in that moment. That wasn't my intention.
Mm-hmm. That's taking accountability.
That is taking it's just accepting defeat. People don't want to it's a pride thing. People do not want to accept defeat, and they don't want to say like, my bad. I don't know.
So you think it's a pride thing?
Yeah,
the ego.
It's ego. Sometimes we sit so heavy in our ego that like an ego that's meant to protect us sometimes is our downfall, because it's also going to make you think like, no, I can never be wrong. But that's not true.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of it does. I feel like that resonates more with the man as to why the man doesn't want to take accountability or has a hard time with accountability, because they're a little bit more ego based than the woman is, because they're more masculine. So, and then they're supposed to be the leader. You know, their role is leadership. They're the leader in the home, blah, blah, blah. Something I feel like for women, at least I can speak for myself, I feel like in a lot of times where I have felt like I've had a hard time taking accountability, as I've learned about myself, it has been not even so much because I don't want to be wrong. Sometimes it is that, but sometimes it comes from a place of fear. And I don't know if this is like a female thing, because
the stigma is, oh, of course she was like leave it to the woman. Like,
not even that, but like I feel like there's a fear like of being wrong because I messed something up and I'm gonna get reprimanded for it. I'm gonna get in trouble for it. Like, okay,
that's trauma, girl.
let's say I don't know, I'm trying to give you an example. Like I forgot to do something, right? I forgot to send an email or something, right? And instead of saying like, oh my God, yeah, I absolutely forgot, like I'll run around it and like either put the blame on somebody. Yeah, but like so-and-so didn't tell me in time, or it wasn't like, I didn't think it was urgent because we already fixed, I'll make something up, but it's because I don't want to get in trouble for not sending out that email that I know I was supposed to send, And not only that, and then sometimes, like that's like job related, let's say. But even like with a man, like sometimes maybe it is trauma. Maybe I have been belittled in my past relationships, where when I have been wrong and I've done something wrong, it's been like you should have known better, or you should do better, or you fucked the whole thing up now. Great, thanks to you, this is what's gonna happen. Yeah. So it's like, it can build trauma.
Of course.
And I feel like maybe women
nobody wants to get reprimanded, and I can relate to that same feeling, because it just seems like it's not like we're supposed to have everything figured out, but like, the man goes to work, we run the household, we make sure everything is in order, and if something slips, like you just feel like it's on you. But
I mean, I
have my own like history with that, but that's another episode.
And there's also like stories,
there's
things
so
that
much
I want to
more,
say, but I don't want to put anybody
I'm
out
not ready
there
yet.
There's a lot of things that I can say right now to give more examples as to why I feel like it comes from a place of like
fear.
A fear of either being reprimanded or being the one who messed it up for everybody. Like, because sometimes you may mess up and a lot of people suffer because of your one mistake, so you don't want to take accountability for that. And then a lot of times in relationships where it's just two people, I feel like in that case, when it's like boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, the accountability thing does come from ego, where like,
you don't want to be wrong. You don't want to admit that you were wrong.
Yeah.
I do feel like sometimes the blame is put more on the woman when things go wrong. Mm-hmm. Personally, right? Like, I can think of many times where I was right. and I said my piece, but then I held my tongue. And then like a little while later, things didn't turn out the way. Right. And I want to just be like,
I told you so.
Just listen to me.
If you would have just listened.
Yeah. But I think that we're taught to just let him take the reins on this one, and like we're supposed to trust that they know.
Right.
Yeah, but it's tough. And again, like you said, in relationships, nobody wants to be the one nobody wants to say sorry first.
He makes me think of like who we just interviewed in the last. I just don't like to say people's names, but
no, let's not go.
An artist that we were on a podcast the other day. We were just guest panel. And the guest that was invited, he didn't say it on that episode, but in the previous,
because I watched the previous episode.
You did,
yeah.
So where he says,
"Let me fuck up," and then
like, okay, so the girl's like, okay, so if we're driving and you're driving, and I see that we're about to get hit by a car, you don't want me to say anything? No. He's
let us crash.
Let us crash and die,
and then rub my shoulders and tell me you should have done it this way.
And then it's like, if I would have told you, we would have still been alive. He's like, no, we both gonna die. That's just crazy.
We in this together.
But that's like male. For me personally, that's like male ego at 100 on steroids. Like, cause no, like, sweetie, if we're gonna die and you see a car, please let me know so we can both live. Because
I think that maybe that was said in, to get views. I could be wrong, right? But
Who
that could
knows?
be
Yeah.
like a.
that was good content though. So
It
yeah,
was,
it definitely got the people going. Provocative.
Provocative. Yeah. I feel like sometimes those things are said at that level on purpose. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I mean, it could just be the way this person thinks.
Yeah. So that leads me a little bit to my next topic. This is one I've been wanting to talk about for a long time.
Oh, God, your eyes are telling me it's intense.
So, how do you feel about the word submissive?
Oh.
And especially in the
Listen,
context
person.
when we use it as, are you a submissive woman?
I
or
think
not?
that sometimes wording is a lot because nobody wants to be like submit. Like that sounds like
Have you ever
Game
looked,
of Thrones
Have you
time,
have you
like-
ever looked up the definition of the word submissive?
not officially,
Okay.
no, but I think that depending where we're at. Wait, that's the wrong eye. I can submit right in the right situations, and I do essentially want to be able to be in a relationship where I can trust the man that I'm with, and I
making
can let him
decisions.
lead. Yeah,
Right.
and be the softer one, and just trust that he's taking us in the right direction, which I guess is the idea of being submissive.
Yeah. And that takes selecting a good partner.
Yeah,
being
you got to
very-
make sure you got a
right,
man
having a
like,
good sense of like
not un
judge of
idiota.
character. Right.
And this could go both ways, guys, okay? It could go both ways. We're not trying to man bash here. But in my standpoint where I date men, girl, I don't want to be strong all the time.
Yeah, I know.
I want to let him,
want to be soft.
yes,
Like
I
a
want to
pillow.
be feminine. There
Like a
is
throw
a
pillow.
divine feminine and a divine masculine for a reason. And we are in this together. And
that.
I am here to uplift you, move you forward, and so that you can lead us into the right direction. I'm here to like build you up. But it's hard to find a divine masculine these days. So they've put us, I feel like they've put us in a place to be more masculine. In this society. One, like, it's like we were raised like, back in the day, the women didn't go to work, and then we fought for our rights to go to work, which I appreciate.
I've seen memes like, girls, why did we do that
Why
again?
did we do that?
I just wanted to stay home and get my nails done. Why we got to go to work now? I got to wake up every day, go
Yeah.
to 9 to 5 because y'all wanted more rights.
Yeah. And, I ain't hating on it. I'm happy that we have the opportunity to.
Yeah.
But we're now in a day and age where that completely flipped, and it's like if you're dependent on somebody, they like bash you for that. And it's like, but I'm here like raising the household and doing that portion of it, and that's like not enough.
I feel like I don't feel like they bash you, but they belittle. They belittle
Yeah,
the
they
woman who's a
belittle it.
stay-at-home mom. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you don't. Oh, but
well,
you're just a
in
stay-at-home
military,
mom.
like if you're like in a military family, there's a word for it. It's very gross.
What is it?
It's called a dependopotamus. And it's basically a woman who stays home and like, in the military, you're moving around.
That is
you don't really
the
have
worst
the opportunity.
word ever created.
Yeah.
A dependopotamus.
Yeah.
So we're like animals now.
Yeah. And it's like, it's because this woman is
Are
like
we fat
depending.
too? Because a hippopotamus is fat. What? A dependopotamus.
Yeah. And there's women who will like speak about other military women that stay
Military,
home.
we got to do better because
No, yeah. So,
that's not
it is
good
like, I
verbiage.
feel like we're now in a society where it's damned if you do and damned if you don't, basically, because there is that side of life where everybody's like, oh, it's so beautiful. You're raising the kids. You're doing this like that. Like, hooray. That's a tough job. And it is a tough job. But then there's the other side of the people that are like, don't you want to go back to work? And don't you want to be a strong, independent woman? And don't you want to be like, and I'm tired.
Yeah, it's a lot of back and
I
forth.
do them both. And
Yeah.
I'm tired. I do want to submit to a man, right?
Yeah.
But in the right tense of the word. I don't know if I used the right word there, but in the
What is your
in
definition of a
terms of,
submissive
like,
woman?
I can help you to help us grow. And
That's
it's
your definition of a submissive woman.
I don't know if that's my definition
Just say what you
of
feel it is.
But yeah, like, yeah, I guess like
you assist the man in leading.
Yes.
Basically. You don't lead.
yes,
You don't
but
make the
also,
decisions, but you.
I'm. This is a tricky one for me because I was the stay at home, and then leaving that. Now I gotta figure it the hell out by myself, and then it felt like I put all my stuff aside to help somebody else grow, and then now I'm in this like, not shock, but in this mode of like, what do I do now? Like all those years I could have been doing something, and it's not to say that I couldn't have. It's just we weren't in the right circumstance for it. So now I feel like I'm late to the game of reaching
never
my
late.
goals.
Never too
I
late.
know,
No, but I know the feeling, right?
That's the cliche thing to say,
right.
right? But I feel like I'm late to the game. I passed up opportunities. So yeah, it sucks on that end. But I'm happy that we were able to grow and I was able to be with my kids in those years and stuff. And if it would have worked out, that would have been great, you know? So yeah, I think that submitting to a man is somebody who can take care of the back end while you do the things that is going to put us in the right position to build an empire.
Right.
And then we can, both meet and then you could support me in doing what I got to do.
Right. So like
It's like a seesaw because everybody has their time.
Yeah. I have like a love-hate relationship with the word submissive itself. And I feel like I've heard it a lot in different podcasts.
Talking about in bed.
What? No, that was like, your first. But no, we're not talking about, what is that? The dominatrix stuff? No. But like the way that a lot of people have been using it lately as a submissive woman is the woman who allows the man to lead, yada, yada, yada. But a lot of these women that I have seen in conversations and I've heard on podcasts and stuff, I hear them say things like, yeah, I'll definitely submit to a man. And, if he's the right man that knows how to lead and blah, blah, blah. And but they also want to have their input. I want to be able to give.
I think that the man can kind of take advantage of that.
No, but here's the word. My problem is the word. I feel like we're using the word wrong. Because if you look up the word submissive basically means you basically submit to a person at their will. They make all the decisions for your life. You have no say. You are at their mercy. That is the definition of the word submit. No, and then none of these women who are, yes, I want to be a submissive woman. No, you really don't, because all of you are saying the same thing. You're all saying I want to be able to give advice and he's going to make the ultimate decision. But, he'll come to me for, as the voice of reason.
Consider my opinion.
Right. And that is what a partnership is. I feel that's healthy.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to just be at the mercy of somebody else's feet. That's what Aver wants.
Oh, God, you said names.
I don't care. He loved that if he heard that. But it's true. It's like that's the type of man that actually does want that. They just shh and look pretty. That is actually a submissive woman. If she's really playing the role of a submissive woman, she's letting you lead, and she may be cooking in the back, taking care of the kids, doing her, women role, gender role. But she's not. And when it comes to decision making, bills, etc., this, that, we moving to the next country, we moving out of state, we going here, I'm quitting this job. You have no say. Even if you think it's a terrible idea, and you guys are going to crash and burn, too bad. You better sit and take it. You cannot give your input. That is not the true definition of to submit to someone. Yeah. To submit to someone is you're like, I bow down to you. You take control. My life is at your mercy. So that's why I have a problem with the word submissive. I've gotten into arguments with some girls before. They're like, no, you're using it wrong because in the Bible it says. No. I don't know what it says in the Bible. So everybody always wants to bring up the Bible. I don't know what it says in the Bible, but I know what it says in the dictionary.
World.
Okay? And I do not feel like I ever want to be submissive to absolutely anybody.
Yeah.
I do not ever want to give my life to anybody, but I do want to be a woman who allows her man to lead. If there's a new word that we can come up with for that, I would be happy. But I do feel like I want a man who, like you said, proves to me that he is a strong man with a good head on his shoulders and can lead. But a man
ultimately
who
also
can
take
lead,
my input.
a man, and I heard this on the It's Giving podcast. Shout out to It's Giving podcast. But because she said something very important. a man who, a true leader, a man who is a true leader knows to listen to his woman's input, her logic, take her advice and listen to her. And ultimately, if her input and her choice, her what she thinks should be the decision is the right one, a man who really knows how to lead, he'll make the right choice.
Yeah.
He won't send you guys to crash and burn because his ego's so big that he's like, well, she has a point, but I'm not going to let her think she has a point.
Yeah.
I'm going to, go against the grain here. No,
Yeah.
a real true leader will know when to take the advice.
It's
It's
like that
that's
saying,
what I want. But that's not submitting to someone.
No. It's like that
People want to
saying,
use these words and be like, and kind of just use it out of context.
Over
And
top,
I don't like that.
yeah, I guess we got to really, really look into these words. It's like that saying, the man is the head of the household, but the woman is the neck. So, like,
Yeah,
she's
you
kinda
can't move the
controlling
head
a lot
without
of
the
this.
neck.
Yeah, it's in unison here.
We need each other,
We
right.
absolutely
God
do.
created
And if
us
you want to go
both.
scientific with it, because you said something about logic, as we know, most of the time men are stronger than us. They're built stronger.
physically.
If you want to go back, like dating back to like cave people time.
Dang.
I only learned this because of, the way I had my kids, and like I kept telling myself, like, as a back in the cave women time, they didn't know that they were, like, there was just this life growing inside of you. They didn't know why their belly was growing, and then they had a baby, and that shit hurt, but they did it, and that's why aside from that, and like the way my mom gave birth too, that's why I decided to have my kids at home and say, like, I can do this because women were built for this, right? Dating back to those times, and then it moves forward even till now because it's just the way our bodies are created. When a woman gives birth to a female child, her breast milk, if she is breastfeeding, her breast milk will create enzymes that are more tuned for brain development. Yes, look it up. This is actual fact. For boys that are jumping off the wall all the time, their breast milk is their
ADHD.
the enzymes produce more energy. Because back in cave woman time, the man went, he hunted the food, the woman stayed home, cooked, figured all of that stuff out, and they were the big, strong, burly man that went out to provide for them. They didn't need the logic. They just needed to bring home food.
Yeah.
The woman had to figure out how to cook the food.
But in a sense, that is logic.
Yeah, and so they brought it together, and we moved forward together, and we evolved. Yes, exactly. So
they used their
strengths,
their biological makeup. The man obviously, I got muscles. The woman is like, more emotional, more like into
you brought me this raw carcass. Now what do I do with it so we can eat it?
And if you think about it, it's like a cycle. The man goes out and does the labor, brings it back. The woman cooks it, feeds it to the man, gives him energy to go back out, bring back the food. She cooks it,
it's a
feeds
cycle,
him.
Yeah. We're here. We're in this together.
But ultimately, neither one submitted to each other. The woman isn't at home just waiting. Like, she's got a job to do too.
Yeah, everybody has their role.
And I mean, we've evolved a lot. We have a lot bigger decisions. We do a lot more now than just go hunt for food, cook it, and eat it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I just feel like that word, I've been wanting to talk about that word for so long because I hate that word. I do not like that word. I don't like how people
when you
use
put it in the terms of
women.
where you put it at, I can see why.
I
so
understand.
let's rename what I was talking about.
Yeah, we gotta come up with a word. Maybe in the next episode we'll have a new word. But like, I understand how people are using it. And what the type of woman, when they say a submissive woman, I understand understand the type of woman they are trying to describe. But it's not.
It's being used out of context.
Yes, because that's not. You're saying, I want a woman who allows me to lead. She does her roles.
Baby, I want you to lead. I want to go get my list.
But she's also like not at my mercy. Like she'll give me advice. Baby, I think you should do that. I think you should talk to your mom. You guys got into an argument. I think that maybe this isn't a great business move for you. I think that you guys are talking.
There's conversations where we're making decisions together.
A submissive relationship is not a team. It is a silent person who just sits there and maybe cooks, and the other person makes all the decisions without any of they go elsewhere for advice. They don't come to you. You have submitted to them. I don't know. I could be wrong. Comment and bash me if you want. I would love to learn.
Yeah, sure.
If you guys
We'll
can
get it.
enlighten me, with anything else, because that's what this podcast is about. Enlighten.
Yeah.
But that's my whole take on submissive. I don't like that word.
That is, I mean, I could see where I get it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take a sip of my energy drink and ask Ronar, how much time do we have left? He wasn't
10
ready.
minutes?
We're at 57 minutes.
What?
Oh yeah.
We did
So
all
we're-
that talking
so we're
already?
on-
Damn, I didn't
yeah.
even ask you the question I wanted to ask you.
There was another one.
There was another one.
Aside, go ahead, ask me.
Oh, what was it?
Okay, can't help you there.
Okay, but then this one might run long. My question, maybe you could
Do
think
we drink
about
all
it.
the Celsius?
It's right there.
There's more.
Shout out Celsius. If this might run long, so maybe we'll close out with this question and you think about it for next time, or we
Yeah.
can keep it going. It's up to you.
Honey, we have episodes to come. We come in
hey.
like every 2 to 3 weeks. We're gonna
Mine
be
might
back.
be like deep, like emotional. But if you could give advice to your younger self, what would it be and why?
I saw this on a recent podcast I watched.
Oh,
with a
did
friend of
you?
mine. Yeah,
I
she
thought that was a
like,
good question. I thought
it was so
good.
cute though. It was cute. They had like a little phone, right? And the host tells my friend, she's like, okay, so the phone, so I'm gonna do a ring. You're gonna answer, and it's gonna be the old you. You got to give them like a piece of advice.
the
And
young you.
she answers
Yeah.
the phone. She's like, save money. Don't get into credit card debt. It's not fun. Bye.
Well, that is a good one. That is a good one.
But what would I tell the old me?
The young you,
The younger
the
me.
child, your child's self.
Oh, my little one. The little one. You got to give me an age.
Well, you're being way too direct. You're narrowing
It's
think of
different
your
advice for
process of
different
growing up, your younger self, where you made the most. Okay,
Thank you,
12-year-old
Ronar.
you. All right, Ronar.
12-year-old Ashley. What advice would I give her?
Slow down. I just want to get to. Hey, actually, that
There's
fits.
a couple things that I would say to her. I would say, don't focus on men and wanting to fall in love and have the,
Fairy tale.
forget Ariel and the Little Mermaid. Dance more. If I could tell the 12-year-old me, I would ask the 12-year-old me to beg her mom to put her in dance classes and to take her out of piano because she doesn't want to do piano. And she doesn't want to do flamenco. She wants to do hip hop dance.
You do it well too.
Probably what and that's a whole conversation for another day.
Yeah, we will save
But
that one for that.
I would tell 12-year-old Ashley, ask your mom, beg her to put you in dance classes.
Okay,
That's what I would do.
I like that.
How about you?
I would tell myself to be gentle on myself because I'm growing and learning. Not be so hard on yourself and not worry so much about what everybody's perspective or outside opinions on. Don't put so much pressure on everybody else's opinion because I did that and it doesn't cut it. You're not happy. Don't covet.
That's one of the 10 commandments.
Okay.
Meaning not to compare yourself
Myself to other people.
or have
Not.
them, like whatever they're like, comparing to yourself.
Yeah.
And
You are your own life,
Right.
and we're
Don't
all
compare
evolving in our
yourself to
own
other
way.
people.
And just don't put so much pressure to be on everybody else's timeline. We're all on our own timeline. Be gentle on yourself while you're learning. And also don't put so much pressure on relationships because we're going to grow and we're going to get there.
Yeah.
But then if you're so hung up on, I need to get into this relationship, you life passes you by.
Yeah.
And then you could end up in the wrong one.
Right. And I want to say something to you before we close out. A piece of advice from a friend to a friend. You mentioned earlier that you wasted a lot of time, and not wasted time, but in a relationship that you put your goals in the back end to provide for the family and be the role of a mother and a woman. And, you missed out on a lot of opportunities and whatnot, but everything happens in divine timing. You
You're
are
right.
exactly where you need to be, which is
Yeah.
on that couch with that microphone in your face. And a fire outfit, too, because, girl, you look so cute today.
You
I
too.
love her outfit. Can we give her a round of applause? Her outfit is fire. The sneakers and everything match so
Thanks.
perfectly.
Right? I thought it was cute. I thought it was
Amazing.
cute.
Amazing.
Thank
I
you.
love
You
it.
look great too.
But yes,
Yeah.
divine timing.
You're
Everything
right.
happens
And
for
it's
a
funny that I
reason.
say these things because I'm
You know that you're the first one that
saying,
says all these things, but we do that as humans. Like we know that no, this is divine timing. Everything is happening for a reason. But sometimes,
but we all want to live in our own timeline.
I think that you're speaking more of like in that moment. That's how you felt,
Yeah.
and when you were getting out of it, it's like, ah, man, I missed so many opportunities, and I put so much in the back end. Da, da, da. But now that you've healed and you've grown, you're like, you know what? No,
Yeah.
Everything
the
happened.
One thing that I have learned in life is, and this is a quote and a cliche and whatever, but it is not just about the destination, it's about the journey. And you have to cherish the journey.
That's the best part.
Exactly.
And you know what's funny is that once people accomplish goals, they're always like,
I want
what's
something
next?
else. What's more?
What's next? Because and they don't realize that the journey and the race to it
Yeah.
is half the
You
fun.
like look back to where you were a year ago.
really
You
half the
were
fun.
praying for the person that you are today. And
Yeah.
Like we lose sight of that.
And another thing, you are not, you have never been, and you will never be a dependopotamus. Okay? Anywho, on that note, I would like to close out this episode, number 4.
Hey,
Oh,
that
Please
went like
Enlighten Me.
really fast, but yeah.
Yeah, well, it's okay. We have plenty of things to talk about. We'll definitely be back. Again, comment if there's anything that you guys want to, you want us to talk about. Follow us on Please Enlighten Me Pod on Instagram. And obviously, if you're watching this, you're watching our YouTube. So please subscribe. Hit that notification bell button for future
Share,
episodes.
tell a
Like,
friend.
share, comment, all of the above. And we love you guys. Thank you for watching.
So happy to be here.
Until the next one.
Peace out, Ronald.
Bye, Ronald. We love you.